And we have to begin the news this way. Scores of parents besiege the Ghana education offices here in Accra over what they describe as unfair treatment by officials. Many of them believed, based on assurances given by the ministry 2 weeks ago, that the awards would be placed in the schools of choice for senior high school. Well, they, however, say the awards are still at home, while their colleagues have been in school for weeks now. Thousands of parents, together with the awards, as we all remember, thronged the Blaster Square weeks ago when the placement of students became a full-blown crisis. Though the Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, had assured that the issues had been resolved, the parents who gathered at the ministry told a different story.
Last week, Monday, they were asked to check our phones. There will be message or call on Thursday. So when we were waiting for the call and the message, Thursday, nothing happened. Friday, nothing happened. Saturday, nothing happened. Then we decided to come today and check what is going on. Up to now, they give it Thursday. We didn't hear anything.
And when you arrived?
Nobody was there. He wanted to do electricals. There are electrical schools, technical schools in my hometown. Then let me try and change the child from that voter to my hometown so that he'll be able to pursue his dream. When I came, they took my information, particularly, I was asked to go home. They will call me. If it is today that Jesus will come, that they will call me. I'll be waiting for the call. If I'm going to bath, the phone is with me. If I'm going to shit, the phone is with me. If I'm eating, any message that comes, my heartbeat, I thought maybe they called me, they couldn't get me. Because if you miss the call, that is all. So I always have the phone close to me, so that whenever they call me quickly, I'll just pick and answer their call. Up to today, I didn't hear anything.
If I'm working under you, and I've been asking permission every day to check my child's school replacement, I would be happy. Nah, I've been here since last 2 weeks. When you come, they will just give you forms that you fill, knowing they will give you a replacement. Yet, we came here today, they said you should no, if they didn't attend to us, you were Independence Square, and you met here, you met to this, you met this nice man, you spoke to us. Master, he said you should go next week again. Look at the hell we are going through. My child is crying every day because all his friends are saying they are going to school. It is nice.
Last week, I was
called last week from my ward secondary school to come and get her since her name was not in the official records. I refused to do so. My ward is still there and I'm here to ensure that she's not sacked. This is wrong. Our leaders are not helping us nor our children.
And on this very subject, we did not get any response from the Ministry of Education or the Ghana Education Service. And so we'll keep probing. In the meantime, we have to take you to the Ashanti region, where a 36-year-old visually impaired woman jilted during pregnancy by a male colleague lover is living her dream of becoming a teacher. Adisa Yeboah, who had resorted to begging to cater for herself and the baby, is among thousands who graduated during the weekend from the University of Cape Coast. And the 1987 year group of the Okwapeman Senior High School also sponsored her to pursue tertiary education. And this followed a JoyNews report on her plight over 4 years ago. Ohimin Teria, who first broke the story, has been following her exploits.
What sounded like a fairy tale of how Adisa got attracted to and fell in love with a visually impaired colleague of the opposite sex who ended up ditching her left sour taste in people's mouth in 2015. They had met and lived together from 2007 with plans to get married. The man who persistently impressed upon Adisa to get pregnant for him later denied responsibility when the woman finally took seed. His fear was they could potentially give birth to yet visually impaired person. The 1987 year group of Okwapeman Senior High School Old Students Association intervened after Adisa had shared her story on Emotional Rescue on Love FM. "4 years on, she finds herself and other graduating colleagues emotionally charged inside the NEC auditorium at UCC. Her excited relatives and friends wait outside with congratulatory bouquet. All too soon, the ceremony was over and time for family celebration. Adisa promises to give back to society as he recounts how challenging it had been over the 4 years.
You have to chase everything that goes on as your sighted colleagues will be chasing it. For instance, you have to get on board exactly when it is time for lectures. Maybe sometimes there wouldn't be even pipe flow water for you to go and straightly fetch and bath. But then you also have to go and search for it from anywhere that your other sighted colleagues are finding it. Then you meet your lecture at the right time. And then again, sometimes you have to do research with some of us who use the Braille. You don't get the right information in Braille. So you have to contact your course mates, and then also you have to get a very good and devoted friend, so that whatever he gets from others, he will also feed you with the information.
Adisa's benefactors, led by President of the group, Michael Ejejine, were present to mark the occasion with her.
When you broke the story and we heard about it, and the fact that she went to Kwabang school, and the sad aspect of the story, and that she had gained admission to Cape Coast University, we said, well, she cannot continue to beg. We have to teach her how to fish instead of giving her fish. So if you can take her to school for her to finish and earn income on her own, that would be great for her and the child that she had had. So that is what motivated us to come together to help. She's learned here. Over the 4 years, I think we spent something in the region of 35,000 cedis to be able to come this far.
So what does 4 years of study entail for Adisa and her visually impaired colleagues? Kwame Ejapong is a lecturer at the Department of History at UCC.
And if you look at the way we have structured our buildings and all that, for the ground floors, we don't have any problems, because the way they've erected the buildings, they can easily move to the first floors. But, moving upwards, I remember that not only on one occasion, but about 2 or 3 occasions where Adisa called me to tell me that she could not attend lectures because she didn't have anybody to accompany her to the lecture theater. And indeed, I understood her. And for that matter, I had to arrange special meetings for her to be able to cope with whatever we were doing. Yeah. And the universities, we have resource centers. But I think that as of now, the resource centers, they are trying, they are doing what they can to assist the physically challenged students, but they should improve upon that.
From Cape Coast for Joy News, Ohime Teria reporting.
Chief, beautiful, intelligent, and great work also by Humanitarian, and more so kudos to the great association, the Okwapiman O Student Association, for sponsoring her. We hope that others also will follow suit. But let's move on. Water is a great commodity. It has over the years been a major problem to attain in the Yeboah Mountain municipality of the Bono East region. Residents of Amanteng have had to trek long distances in search of water, and the situation, according to residents, sometimes prevents children from going to school daily. They are calling currently on government to repair existing boreholes in their community to help address the problem. JoyNews and Asabit visited the community and filed the following report.
Water, they say, is life, and it is universally acclaimed as the most important natural resource. Yet, to the people of Amanteng here in the Bono East region, the struggles they go through on daily basis in their quest to access this basic need is unbearable. The only source of potable drinking water for the people within this community is this borehole here. But even though we are yet to get to the dry season, this particular borehole here is drying up just like the many wells around, which constitutes about 90% of the community's water source. This man here couldn't hide his views upon spotting our camera. He laments the difficulties they go through in search of water. Water is really a scarce commodity here in Amantin. This is the only active water source we have here, but it has its own challenges. We drink dirty water as a result. Sometimes we get water from it, but due to the pressure exerted on it. For 17-year-old Kofi, whom we met here waiting for some time to get water from the borehole, his concern is the time one spends anytime he or she is in need of water. The water comes slowly and stops at a point. You'll have to pump for a while before you get water. Now we have to wait for some time. Ma Helda is a farmer. Though she has a well in her home, she's worried that even though we are yet to get into the dry season, the boreholes and the supporting wells around the area are already drying up. Now that the rains is stopping, we will not get water from the wells until the rains start again. During the dry season, we don't get much water. We may just get a bucket of water, and that ends it. She tells me that she gets worried each time there is water shortage because school-going children are heavily affected because they do not get water to bath for school. But during a visit to the area by Honorable Kofi Amoako-Hene, the Bono East Regional Minister, who doubles as the Member of Parliament for the Atebubu Amanten constituency, he indicated that the situation, which has been seen since 1992, would soon see a massive boost as more boreholes are being drilled to tackle the problem in a short term.
From 1992, we've had challenges of perennial water shortages when it gets to the dry season. But on the short term, under my administration with the municipal chief executive, I'm talking in the context of an MP now. We have been able to add boreholes to the solution, and we are yet to have more boreholes also from the Water and Sanitation Department, which has been awarded already. We are having almost 24 in the area.
He, however, added that a proposal has been sent to the Water and Sanitation Ministry to get the Atebubu Water Project captured in the 2020 budget. Reporting for JoyNews, Anas Sabit, Amantin.
In other news, roads, dams and agriculture were some of the key issues discussed as the Upper East Region took its turn in government town hall meeting. While speaking in her welcome address, the Upper East Regional Minister Tankoba Abayege gave some updates on the situation of some major roads in the region, as well as the construction of dams. JoyNews correspondent Albert Sori has a wrap of what happened at the town hall meeting.
Today, the Upper East Region took its turn in government's town hall meetings here at the Nat Hall in Bolgatanga. And various ministers of state have been addressing the people of the Upper East Region. First, we had the Upper East Regional Minister deliver the welcome address and touching on a number of issues, including the One Village, One Dam policy, as well as some roads in the Upper East Region.
The people of the Upper East appreciate the irrigable agriculture. That irrigable agriculture is the way to go in the light of climate variability in recent times, which affects the quantity and frequency of rainfall. They are therefore grateful for the modest gains chalked by government in constructing some 82 dams, which are at various stages of completion, with 69 of those dams at more than 70% completion status. You recall that following the pronouncement by the President during the tour of the region, contractors Fumbisi Road also, the contractor is back to site.
Then we also had the Minister for Information, Kojo Nkrumah, take his turn. He basically gave us highlights of some of the things this government has been doing to improve the lives of Ghanaians.
That the Akufo-Addo government is delivering change, one program at a time, and all of us must support this agenda to deliver change here. A lot of work has been done in clearing the financial mess that we inherited and restoring macroeconomic stability. I guess it's for that reason that some people call the president a clearing agent. But it shows that a lot of work is going on to deliver change in the macroeconomics of this country. A lot of work is going on to ensure that Ghanaian children get education for free. By the end of this year, 1.2 million Ghanaian children will have gone to school for free. It shows that he's delivering change one program at a time.
Now we.
And to end the news, let's take you to the Upper West region, where the regional minister, Dr. Hafiz bin Sali, has expressed concern over the delay in the completion of the new Upper West Regional Police Headquarters that was started by the police administration. The project, started way back in 2015 by the administration, has since been abandoned and now overtaken by weeds. Even some of the machines, especially concrete mixers that were brought in to aid the construction, were abandoned and burnt by fire. It asks the police administration to come out with a workable roadmap that will ultimately remove the bottlenecks affecting the completion of the project. Dr. bin Sali made a statement at the annual West Africa Security Services Association event that was convened at the regional capital.
A first-time visitor to the Upper West Police Command Headquarters wouldn't know the difference between the regional and municipal command headquarters. They are crammed at one place and look more of conjoined twins than two separate commands. Inside the regional command headquarters exists long hall used by dozens of personnel from the Criminal Investigations Department for their official duties. We spotted a handful of victims of alleged armed robbery attacks here being interrogated by the police detectives in a crowded hall that has very little space for walking. A couple of years ago, we reported on the unconducive working environment here. All personnel in this office at the time brought from their homes their personal standing fans to aid in their work due to poor ventilation in the office. We christened it one CID, one standing fan. Our visit to the same office today, we have noticed some significant changes. 4 out of 5 ceiling fans fixed are working. At least the 4 ceiling fans have spared the personnel from the usage of their personal fans. In other offices, personnel still crawl on benches to move to their seats. Others also grapple with poor ventilation. Yet, a new regional police command headquarters that was started in 2015 by the police administration has been abandoned and overtaken by weeds. Upper West Regional Minister Dr. Hafiz bin Sali, addressing personnel of the service at the annual West Africa Security Services Association, WASA, was not happy with the situation.
One issue that is of concern to me is the delay in the construction of the regional police headquarters building on the Wasombo Road, which has been suspended for some time now. The RCC would like to urge the police to come out with a workable roadmap that will resolve the bottlenecks affecting the completion of the project. I want to assure the police of the Regional Coordinating Council continued support in the discharge of your duties, and will also continue to encourage municipal and district assemblies to support the activities of the Ghana Police Service.
WASA is marked by security services aimed at socializing, interacting, and to make merry after a lengthy mandated and hectic year work as law enforcement officers. It is also an occasion where they take stock of activities of the previous year and plan for the succeeding year. Upper West Regional Commander of the Ghana Police Service, DCOP Francis Abojinyako, expressed concern over increasing activities of illegal miners in the region despite this ban.
Illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, is gradually gaining roots in the region. Currently, there are scattered areas in Wa, East and West, Laura, Nadole, Kalio, and Jirapa districts where these activities are taking place. However, the Regional Police Command has been able to carry out a series of operations aimed at drastically reducing, if not stopping, the menace of Galamsey in the Upper West region. Some of the sites visited include Duari in Jirapa, Bari in Laura district, Dabu in Nyaglu in the Wa West district.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafik Salam. Wa.
Well, a great Wasa event. I'm sure Rafik did enjoy that. Well, that'll be it for a wrap-up of the latest news we have in the studio. But we have more news. We'll look at the stories as they have been published on the front, the center spreads, and the back pages of the various dailies we have. Stay with us.